everybody, this is Jay Qualls, celebrity wedding cake designer and contestant from season 1 of TLC's Next Great Baker with Cake Boss. I am so thrilled to be a part of Pavlina's Kidz Place. Thank you so much for taking time and showing interest in what I do. I hope I get to meet you guys someday.
Hey everyone, this is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kidz Place. I'm on location at the Southern Women's Show with celebrity cake designer Jay Qualls. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Pavlina?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great, having a great time here.
Awesome, that's great then. Okay, so are celebrities tougher than like normal customers, and like do they know what they want?
You know what? It's been really interesting. Most of the celebrities that I've worked with have been amazing, and it's very, I'm flattered that they would choose me because there's a lot of choices that they could pick from across the country, that people that would be honored to work with them. And I'll be honest with you, everybody has been able to really just let me kind of do what I think would be best for them.
Yeah.
So they're very easy to work with. They trust me, and they let me use my design aesthetic for them. And I just try to listen to see what they want, and I design it. And pretty much everybody that I've designed for has just said, "That's perfect. We love it."
That's great. Who are some of the celebrities that you've designed for?
Most recently, I just did Hillary Scott's wedding cake from Lady Antebellum.
Yeah.
I just did Patrick Carney's wedding from the Black Keys.
Oh wow.
Last summer, I got to do Miranda Lambert and Blake Shelton's wedding cake.
Oh my
And Miranda and Blake was great, and their wedding was amazing. And I designed the cake based on just information I found about Miranda. And then once we met, and I showed her the sketch, we only changed one thing.
Oh wow.
From the whole cake, and she said, "I trust you completely." So Martina McBride, I worked with her. I did Joe DiMessina's wedding cake. I did Sarah Evans' wedding cake with Jay Barker. And Jay and Sarah had a very unique cake. They have between them 7 kids. So we sculpted all 7 children. They wanted to incorporate them and let them have a huge part of the wedding, so we put them all on the wedding cake. So that took about a month to make all those little kids, and we dressed them the way they were dressed in the wedding.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay. I talked with another chef and on a baking reality show. How do you get started with all this?
Well, initially, my goal was to truly. I didn't start this till 7 years ago, and I was in healthcare administration, and I got laid off. I got downsized, and I was like, I want to take control of my life and do something and leave a mark and become known for what I do. And my passion was sugar art and cake specifically. So I set out and I set some goals for myself. To get published, to get recognized, to eventually do some sort of national television. I started on a very local level on our local NBC station that hosted me, and I would go on and cook on a cooking stage and a cooking kitchen every week or every couple of weeks. And then I got called in 2009 to design and be partner with Martha Stewart Weddings to design a cake for their 15th wedding anniversary issue. And that was huge for me. And for it to be my first publication was remarkable. And then in 2010, I think that kind of put me out in the spotlight or into the middle of things. I auditioned for Ultimate Cake Off and didn't make it and was kind of bummed. And it was a huge, rigorous process. And then they called me the second time to audition, and I told them no. And they kept pressuring me to do it. I auditioned again. I didn't make it again. But I think it was because the same production company was producing both, and I think they had me in mind for Next Great Baker. So in about 3 months after that, I auditioned for that show and got called. So I did the Next Great Baker in 2010, 2011.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the craziest design that you've designed for a celebrity?
Let's see. Oh, it has to be Martina McBride's husband. I did a life-size craps table.
Wow.
Like, every piece of it was cake and sugar. All the dice, the chips, the poker chips, the lines and writing all over the craps table was all done in sugar and piped every letter, every number, every line. The walls of the cake, it was I think it was 5 feet by 4 feet wide, 5 feet long by 4 feet wide. All the walls were 1.5 feet tall, just like you could stand at it. You could throw the dice. They literally played poker on the cake.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I've done that twice since then.
Mm-hmm. So like the kids took months, but how long did that one take?
That cake we did in 3 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had 3 staff, and we baked everything in advance, and obviously refrigerated it, and then carved, stacked, covered in buttercream, covered in fondant, then did all the detail work all in one day.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your favorite moment of, or like, process of baking a cake?
Details.
Details?
Piping is my passion. And it's really ironic because I never was a piping person. When I first started, I could not pipe a straight line, a curve, a circle. And when I did the Martha Stewart cake, they chose me to do the calligraphy cake, which is all piping. And so I practiced for 6 to 8 hours a day for about 5 weeks.
Oh my God.
Every day I piped, getting used to the medium, understanding the medium and how it flowed and how it worked and thickness and consistency, and then really pushed myself. And I fell in love with it, honestly. I've said candidly, that's how I hope I die, is piping on a wedding cake.
Yeah.
So I've become known for piping, and I love it, and draping, draping sugar, draping fondant.
I heard that's actually, I heard that piping was hard, so.
Piping is tough, and not everybody can do it. And I went from piping with buttercream to piping with royal icing. And royal icing is so forgiving. You can do brushed embroidery, you can do string work, oriental string work, drop strings. They're beautiful. I love doing it.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay. So, did you ever like have a cake fall? Because I've seen on, what was it? I don't know. It was a Food Network show. And one of their cakes fell like right beforehand, and I was about to have
before they moved it?
Yeah, it was scary.
Have I had a cake fall? I did a cake for my alma mater for Middle Tennessee State University last September, and it was their 100th anniversary, centennial birthday. They commissioned me to do a cake for the athletic department with Georgia Tech. So we were presenting the cake on the field with Georgia Tech to the president and his wife of the university in front of the band playing Happy Birthday. That's a huge honor for me because my daughter is going there as a senior there. My ex-partner is a professor there. I have a long lineage of history with Middle Tennessee State. So to be asked to do that was amazing. So we built that cake on a landscaping trailer that was 10 foot long by 5 foot wide and about 6 foot tall. And on the way, traveling, we had all of the base down. We did a footprint of the athletic complex, the track and field, the softball field, the baseball field, the football stadium, the Murphy Center, which is a concert venue, the basketball center, the Memorial Gym. Everything in the northwest corner of the campus we did in cake and sugar. As we were traveling to the venue, to the football field to present or to get ready in the staging area, the whole entire front half of the field blew off on the road. So I was like, oh my gosh. And we were literally driving like 10 miles an hour down the highway just to keep it, and I saw it bounce and I saw air go under the softball field. And then it was like a tornado. I saw stuff just flying everywhere backwards, and I was like, oh my gosh. We had 4 hours before the game started, and then probably an hour and a half before halftime, which is when it was presented. So you prep, having done reality TV, you always prep for the worst. Luckily, we had lots of hands on location, built it back, got out there, it went off without a hitch.
Wow.
That's
scary though.
We rebuilt sidewalks, we rebuilt lampposts, we rebuilt planters and flowers and parking lots, and it destroyed a quarter of the cake.
Wow, that's crazy. So what are your upcoming plans and events?
Oh my gosh, this is my last tour for this year. This is my last stop. I'm heading back to do my new collection, which I'm going to pick 3 or 4. I do a new collection every January and release that. This year I'm going to, since it's an election year, I'm going to base part of my collection on a few chosen designs of inaugural gowns of the First Ladies over the past 40 years. So I've picked 4 or 5 dresses that I really love. I went to the Smithsonian and I did the research and took pictures, and I'm designing cakes around those dresses, and that's going to be a part released in the collection. So when I get back, I'm going to build silhouettes. I have silhouettes partially done for my collection. I have 10 to 12 cakes every year. I'm going to focus on doing those. I'm going to relaunch my new brand, which is Qualls Cakes. We're going to work on fondant fabric, which is a pre-rolled, pre-sheeted, pre-colored fondant where everybody can throw away their rolling pins. And you just literally, if you're from 7 years old to 70, if you want to decorate a fondant cake, you just peel it open, lay it on the cake, tuck it in, trim it away, and it's done.
Great. Cool.
So I'm working on a coffee table book with all of my original designs and the inspiration behind them. I'm working on a cookbook, and we're going to prepare for wedding season in Nashville.
Wow, very busy. Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot going on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I've had a great time here in Orlando. Everybody is so kind, and I love it here, and it's been a great experience.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you.